here's the two things that I really think that we need from a plan standpoint. And again, I've done large enterprise projects to rolling out globally, to sending a team to Asia, North America or Latin America, rolling that out to doing a small business thing. So I've seen it all. And I would say there's two things that you need. Mobilize, which is really part of the project, but this is the area that most people miss. And I'll kind of explain what that is a little bit more in a project plan. And depending where you're at in the cycle, you either need a draft or a high level plan at a minimum. And so mobilize, this is the part that I think most people miss. And it's the part before the project. This is the, hey, let's pretend they give you a few months to do this, okay? Hey, I need a leadership training to do, X, Y, Z. Here's who I'm sort of thinking about. This is what I want to solve. Great. So they've sort of told you some guidelines. So now it's like, okay, let's go out and find those subject matter experts. Let's figure out when and where we want to deliver and maybe some software. And then let's put together a high level timeline or project plan, however you want to think about it. And there's various other tools that we can put in there and mobilize, again, depending on how mature your organization is. You might want to have a communication strategy. You might have a testing strategy. You might have some other strategies in there that are relevant to you. Maybe it's a technology strategy. I mentioned the communication, that's always one of the biggest things, but the mobilize period is essentially the period before you actually start the requirements and design. And most people don't think about that because they bundle it into the requirements, and it's not, because you need to know who to put in the requirement session and who to talk to. So mobilize, for me, is probably the biggest area I see everybody miss, right? So it's come in and they come in and go, okay, we need this. Well, all the stuff they tell you is almost the mobilize phase, right? And so it could be the charter, right? Typically it's the project charter in there. Again, I just want the objective of the charter at a minimum. And I usually just put a line of the objective of the project. If I'm on a large project, and a client's paying for it, I put a charter in because that's expected. If it's entrepreneur, we're putting a one-line objective, so I want to make sure they can check that.